problem we normally have in our country? And secondly, how is she, maybe she's been in various countries, African countries. Yeah. How does she, I think, try to differentiate between our country and other countries? This is my question. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Bashir. Well, he's asking of how the fund intends to address issues of local women, maybe who had no access to education, and they're already grown up. They're getting old. Mm-hmm. And number two, he wants to have your impression of Nigeria. Mm-hmm. So
number two is what? Impression?
Yeah. How did you find Nigeria?
Oh, I can answer the first question.
All right.
What we're doing as we go into different countries is creating local advisory councils. And those local advisory councils include people that are engaged in development at any level, and it could be corporations that are interested in development that might want to support some of the projects that we could eventually engage in financially. Mm-hmm. So it's really creating a board of advisory members that, when we come to a particular country, can help us understand the issues and help us find ways to partner with local NGOs to create effective solutions that are sustainable. You raised a very good point about an aging population that may not have had access to education. Yeah. I'm glad you brought that to our attention, because it's something that we can think about. We've created these advisory councils in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, in the Emirates, and India and Pakistan. And it's only because we've recently visited those countries, and there was an opportunity to create a conversation around that. I hope that's something that we can plant the seeds here in Nigeria, so that when we are ready to consider projects locally, that we can have allies on the ground here that can help us navigate the terrain and understand the issues. Because the unique issue that Muslim women face globally is that the issues that a Muslim woman in the United States faces is going to be very different from the issues that a Muslim woman in Nigeria will face. Mm-hmm. Will be very different from what you'll find someone facing in the subcontinent or the Middle East. Yeah. So it's really important that we have that local context, so that we're understanding what's relevant to the local community.
I think the extension of that is that creating awareness in each community we go to, that this is an important issue, that women's rights are important, women's needs are important to be addressed at all levels. So I think that's just an ongoing effort. It's not something which is going to happen overnight, but we would love to continue dialogue with women who are already working, and eventually hope to support projects which we find would be conformity with the mission of the Muslim Women's Fund. Yeah. As far as the Nigerian people, I love Nigerian people. I think they're the very most friendly and most welcoming, and we've really enjoyed a day and a half or 2 days here.
We've hardly been here for 2 days and 36 hours.
Yeah.
It's very charming to see all of them smiling in spite of all the hardship they go through. I just love it.
All right. Do you have any yardstick for the establishment of the advisory board? Do you call it advisory committees?
The local advisory council.
Yeah. So do you have certain kinds of people you require? And how can one get to be nominated, elected, appointed into the advisory committee?
Well, that's something, we believe in quality, not quantity. So the advisory councils that we've created thus far are really in their embryonic phase.
Yes.
Because we want to make sure that we have the right people on board that we can, one, work well with, two, have the knowledge, the wherewithal, the expertise or the connections to help us facilitate this process. And thirdly, we want it to be organic. So we don't expect these things to happen overnight. We recognize that it will take time, just as it takes time to create social change. Yeah. Building an institution takes time as well. And we've invested a lot of time and energy, and as we call it in the West, sweat equity, to institutionalize the fund, and we're making sure that we're doing it very carefully.
That's right. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Okay.
Yeah. Who's speaking? Who's on the line?
It's Abba. Abba from Ghana.
Okay, Abba, what's your question?
So my question is, I'm glad to be here.
Right. Okay, thank you. He said it's great. He's happy that you're here.
Oh, thank you.
And he welcomes you.
Thank you.
That was very kind.
Yes. The fund is also concerned about right to education. I mean, women's rights. And among those rights are the right to education.
Absolutely.
Hello.
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 I'm Mansour.
Mansour. Yeah, Mansour, what's your question?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. What's your question, Mansour?
My question is that...
Hello, Mansour. Oh, we lost that line. Yeah. So, apart from the science education, which maybe is your main focus for now in Nigeria. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello, who's on the line, please?
Hello?
Hello, can you turn down your radio?
I am Musa.
Okay, Musa, what's your question?
My question is that what can make the government is our way?
I think this is not the concern of this fund, Musa. Thank you for calling. He's asking what the government is doing with their funds, with their wealth. So I think this is for the government to answer.
Get it.
I don't quite understand the question.
He said he wants to know what the government is doing with the public funds.
Which government?
Which government?
The government in Nigeria, because
yeah, no.
Yeah.
There's no correlation.
They don't. Yes.
Okay.
So what are you doing in relation to women's education in other areas, not just sciences?
But we're not focused on sciences. We were asked by the Embassy of United States in Nigeria to come and give a series of talks at different campuses to inspire girls to go into sciences, the joy of learning science. But the fund itself is not focused on sciences.
Oh.
Fund is focused on general education and economic empowerment of Muslim women.
Under which science could fall.
Yeah, science could fall.
Right.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Who's on the line, please? Who's speaking?
Hello. Can you hear me well?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm Abubakar from Kofurweka.
Okay, Abubakar, what's your question?
Okay, I'm not sure. It's not my contribution is not a question, but only to create about the business.
Okay.
Okay, what you have you are just very good Nigerians, and you need a lot of you to contribute or to give advice about the female education in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello, Abubakar. Okay, yeah.
And I would like to get our visitors, and we need a lot of this work in Nigeria, and I wish they will come in future to contribute more to give their effort in terms of